Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Profit Data Web for one more learning video tutorial. And today I'm here to solve an error. Okay, so I'll just show you the error, what error I got. Okay, so as you can see, this is I tried to connect with MySQL. Okay, and I got this error. Error has 1064. Okay, so let me show you the error, what error I got. So what have been done, so suppose if I'm utilizing this MySQL, okay, and say suppose if I am starting my window, so what happens, it sometimes we just get an pop-up, okay, and to start or say stop the pop-up, we can go with the services, okay, or otherwise any of the method to stop that services. So what happens in that, some of the required stuff also get eradicated, okay, and to resolve this stuff we can follow some of the stuff, okay, which is there. So suppose this is my Windows error is there, okay, and if I have to rectify, I need to follow some of the steps. Okay, so let me show you. So especially this is my error. Okay, so what happens if I just get started with MySQL minus u root minus p and I just get the passwords, what happens, it will get me an error, can't connect to MySQL server on localhost 3306. So this is my local host, and if you go to the MySQL as well, okay, and if you look for the services, it will like say that it is the server has been stopped. Okay, so if you just click on this startup or shutdown, it will definitely gonna say as a stopped, as I have been started this as in running. Okay, so that's the reason it is going on good. Okay, so first of all you need to check as order to resolve this stuff, so you need to check, and that will be sc query mysql. Okay, so you try to ask, and some of version or some of stuffs will be there. So MySQL AT I have got, so you can check in so suppose if you just type Windows and R, okay, so you will get this run. So you have to say services.msc, okay, and if you say this stuff, you will get some settings, and we just scroll and you will get MySQL AT. Okay, so you just have to ask for the properties. So you just have to first of all recognize MySQL AT, that this is MySQL you got, this stuff you got with this name. So what you can do, you just get this stuff, check with the properties, and it will be like in startup type it will be like disabled. So you can just go with automatic, manual, or disabled, whichever it is there. So if you just check automatic, if you start your window, it will be on that state. Okay, so it's better go with the manual, or if you are working with MySQL frequently, you just go with automatic, so that will be great. So apply and okay. So I think that will be enough to get resolved. And if you got any other error, try to check. Okay, try to Google. I think that will be helpful. So this is what I did. So I asked for like SC query MySQL AT. I got this stuff. So what I've been done, I just Windows R, and I've been started this stuff as I directed. Okay, so that is how you can check. Now I'll just show you some of the stuff. So in one more thing which I will do, just I will say net start MySQL AT. Okay, so from that also I try to get with certain stuff. Okay, so as I've been, I think I took it too much, so that's the reason I am unable to get what I'm looking for. So but I have to wait for to get whatever I got. Okay, so this is how certain stuff will be there. And after this MySQL AT, I need to say as a net start MySQL AT. Okay, so if I this after services.msc, I have to say this, and it will definitely gonna will start as a service is starting, and when it says MySQL AT service was started successfully. All you can see mysql minus u root minus p, and I've been already kept my password as a root itself. Okay, so I just have to give this and it will get started. And if I ask the show databases, it will, all of the information will be available. Okay, so I have already done some of the videos which you can check. I mean, if you just go with a search in my website, all you have to say pandas read SQL. So one of the best videos have been done in previous. Okay, so just in recent videos, just showing how you can connect with a Python. Okay, so only few of the stuff I've shown how you can do this stuff. So today also I will do the same. So suppose I've rectified whether I can create database or not, so that is also important. In this pandas read SQL is also there, where I've been just shown how you can run ticker data, connect to your database and store that one. Okay, in that also I've been shown connecting all those stuffs through the SQL stuff, but today the database creation will be from Python. Okay, so if you are able to create database in Python, you can do any of the stuff. Okay, you just don't have to get in with your database and just query with Python. Okay, so that is all. So for storing purpose, and even if you are not doing any kind of a data science kind of a stuff, so if you just try to learn some of the basic, I think that is pretty much easy. The query stuff, okay, just create, show, describe and ask for certain stuff. I think that will be great. So it's a better stuff working as in data science stuff. If you are not in Excel or Python, go with the MySQL. Okay, or say try to learn the SQL query. Okay, so that will be great. So here I have shown I will show two types as MySQL connector and MySQL pymysql. So in this pymysql you can try to execute some certain stuff, but if you want to read certain, I think mysql.connector as SQL will be great. Okay, so try to see this stuff from your side and try to utilize. Right now I'll go with my code and I'll show you how I have executed. And in this database, as I show, I've been created some of already some tests and ticks are there. So if you just refer previous video, I've been already shown how you can do. Okay, so data and last price, if you ask as in show text, and some of databases I already created in which WebSocket appeared. Okay, and I've been already dropped. Okay, so if I just go with as a show databases, it won't be there, the WebSocket one. Okay, because I already dropped, so you can follow. So I'm gonna create a WebSocket. Okay, so let's go with our ID. So I'm gonna show you in two methods. In mysql.connector is this one, and then pymysql. Okay, so first of all I start with SQL connector. So what we can say, import mysql.connector as SQL. Okay, so this will be pretty much easy. So first of all I just have to say dp. Okay, and which have to say connect. So I need to connect with my host with user and password. Okay, so I just can refer this, or otherwise I can say host equals local host. Okay, and user equals what, root, and password will be equals root. Okay, so this will be enough. I'm ready to connect. Now one more after this connection, one more thing, you have to call your cursor. Okay, so cursor will execute. So all you have to say cursor db dot cursor parentheses. Okay, so you have to call this functions. So if you able to call the cursor, now you have to say that execute. So I call the cursor. So I'll have to say cursor dot execute. In this execute, what I have to do, I have to create a database. So I'll have to say create database. So it is a MySQL query. Just say as it is, create database WebSocket. Okay, so it will create a database for me. Okay, and after this you can close. So what you can see, you can cursor is there, so just say cursor dot close parentheses, as we do after executing each and everything, try to come out from this MySQL. So that is how you can say, and at the end db dot close parentheses. Okay, so after execution, if I run and won't get any error, we are good to go. Okay, so I think we are great here. We are just creating, and all of the stuff related to creating text, storing the values, it's available in the previous videos as well as the code. So I'll give you a link in the description. Follow the URL and just try from your side. Okay. So I think I'm getting error what user. Okay, so this is user. Okay, so I think it is finished and we are able to create this stuff. Okay, so it is created. I'm definitely going to show you. Okay, and one more thing which you can do is you can say as mysql, and this need to be installed. Okay, so mysql, say suppose if I have to install mysql, so I have to say pip install pymysql. So okay, so I think you can follow from the previous video, and even MySQL connector. So I've been already given the code, so you can try. Now you have to say as as SQL itself, so that is also work, and instead of WebSocket just give web, because already you created this stuff. Okay, and if we just run this, I think it works perfectly. Okay, so let's check whether we got WebSocket or not. Okay, so let's get back to our command prompt. Okay, so as you can see, it's already there. So just run this stuff, and we got web and WebSocket. Okay, and if you want to particular use, all you have to say use web or WebSocket. You can utilize this stuff, but I think for storing purpose, anything, especially WebSocket data and want to query, better learn. Okay, it's not that tough. Okay, so and I think if you don't want to continue with WebSocket, and especially for storing and want to continue with Python, that is also great. Okay, because I think you already know what's to be done in Python. Okay, so I think more of the complex process get carried through Python only. Okay, and even workbench is also there, so you can check what kind of things have been done, and you can observe pretty much the SQL table, each and everything. Okay, so try to see, and thanks for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe. If you have any doubt regarding this video, please do comment below. If you have any other queries or requirements, please do contact me directly by WhatsApp. Thank you.